morning, guys. Welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Patera with you this morning. Going to make hopefully a quick video on talking with you about some of the things that I do every single day to keep me going. That's the big question. How are you continuing to do what you're doing? Well, there's a lot of things that get pushed aside. Post-it notes are my life. My kids are a good help. And, you know, you go with the flow, but I still remain rather healthy. I'm trying really hard to make sure that I'm getting as much sleep as I can when I can. That's big. And I'm trying to eat healthy. Obviously, I have treats and I have sanity meals and we do all these things, but I'm really trying to use my head and make smart decisions when it's time to take care of myself so that I can take care of my husband and my children and push the school year and the holidays are here and yada, 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 right? Always, always, always something. So let me show you the 3 things that I do every single morning. Now, before I do these 3 things, I will tell you my days go better when I hop out of bed as quick as possible. Just make yourself get up, right? Make the bed. I make my bed every day, every morning. I don't do all the tutti frutti pillows, but I make my bed. There's something mental about that, okay? All right? It's not boot camp, but it is made. And then I quickly go ahead and try to take my shower. So other than staying in my pajamas and being leisurely around the barn, now I've done that. And I've noticed that the days that I get up and get a shower right now for me and just get moving and grooving works better than waiting until later in the morning. Being a homeschool mom and being home in the mornings and on the farm, sometimes I have this mental game of why take a shower because I'm just going to take a shower at noon. Well, that may be true. But I have noticed that I get a quick jump start. Here are the 3 things that I do. So the dogs are out, the bed's made, I've taken a quick shower, thrown on my baseball cap, I'm coming in the kitchen, getting the kids up, whatever. The first thing that I do is I absolutely spray my nose with some sort of like a saline mist. Now I do the Neomed, not the Neti Pot. I don't like the Neti Pot. No offense, I don't like the Neti Pot. I do the Neomed Sinus Rinse. I have been using those for several years. Actually, we've been using them for well over 11 years, and the reason being is because it saved my youngest child from having to get tubes in his ears. Had such chronic problems. His ear tubes are kinked really bad, so he would have chronic problems with ear infections. And I'm telling you, they're a godsend. But when I'm not doing that, whether it's allergy related or I've mowed or worked with hay or we're sick, I'm doing this every single day. The more that I stay on this, the less problems with everything else I have with my sinuses. Morning and night, squirt, squirt. It's just saline. Walmart people. You can probably make your own. I don't know, whatever. But I get these. I keep them on hand for everybody. I push the rest of my troops to do it. I'm like, go spray your nose. Go spray your nose. Constant. I can tell you it makes a difference. And I will tell you that if you get sick, some of us are very stubborn when we get sick. What is up with that? You know, you don't necessarily have to go to the doctor and get pumped with a bunch of medications, but taking the elderberry, sipping the tea, lots of water, saline mist. I took voice lessons from the age of 15 to 22 and was very serious in the music business for quite a while. Lived in Nashville, was a member of UT Singers, sang and did recordings at the Grand Ole Opry. And I'm telling you guys, if you start to get sick, those basic things constantly, sipping the water, the lemon, the tea, the honey, the saline mist, maybe a little bit of a little bit of breakthrough with a little bit of good old whiskey. All of those things are tried and true. Okay, so every single day I got to keep this flowing. Okay. The next thing that I do is, and some people argue there's an order to this. Okay, well, whatever the order my farm tells me and my kids tell me is the order that I do it, okay? If I'm knowing that I'm going outside for a while, I go ahead and I drink about a cup of apple cider vinegar in my Berkey water, my filtered water. Okay, now some folks put lemon in this, some folks add honey to temper it. I don't. I've gotten to the point where, you know, hey, we could probably do shots, okay? So, in fact, I know we could. So, every single morning, I am telling you, apple cider vinegar, organic apple cider vinegar, if you're giving it to your chickens every week and you believe that it's doing all of these magnificent things for them, why aren't you taking it as well? To further educate you on that, go get this book. You can order it on Amazon. I'll see if there's a link, and we'll put it below. The apple cider vinegar book by Bragg's. Unbelievable, guys. Your immune system, diabetes, cancer fighting, all the things that it can do for you. And just, if you get in the routine, it takes you a couple of days. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. It takes you a while to get used to. I don't put anything in it, and my measurements are not always exact, but I've gotten pretty good at it. And I know what you're thinking. You're going chug, chug, chug. So, okay, we'll do it. I'm telling you, it's really not that bad. I do love vinegar, though. I love vinegar on greens and vinegar pies and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's a little tart. So you got to take a minute, let it go down, let it flow. You'll feel a little bit of burning. I'm telling you, it absolutely helps with everything. So I'm not going to go in the flow and the terminology of everything, because that might be a little TMI for you anyway. And you might belch, so all of these things. So we're going to go in. I did not feel the chest hair yet, but it might pop out. Last but not least, you can do it, so I don't want to hear it. You can do it. My husband is the worst one to convince on that, so I hear it all the time. And then now he's like, maybe I need to be doing that. I'm like, you think? The last but not least, every homesteading video blogger, mama, crunchy, doodad gardener is going to tell you to oil pull. I'm nobody special. But I will tell you, I make my toothpaste. I try so hard to stay good on my toothpaste because I love it. And we have been cavity-free 3 years. My whole family. 3 years? See? Ooh. At least 3 years. When I go to the dentist, the last time I went to the dentist, in fact, I go to the dentist in 2 weeks. Last time I went to the dentist, the last 2 times I went to the dentist in particular, she has point blank said to me, I don't know what you all are doing, but whatever it is, continue to do it. And I just sort of sit there and smile because I'm making toothpaste with coconut oil and baking soda. And then I also have a powder. There's a video on that. I use my powder. But every single morning, I'm telling you, I am oil pulling like crazy. Now, yes, you should do a tablespoon for 20 minutes and, whatever. My goal for you, in reality, start with a teaspoon, even a half a teaspoon, because it's a little weird at first, okay? You should know that. But you get quickly used to it, because once you start doing it and you feel the difference in your mouth and your gums, because it's pulling all these toxins out and it softens your gums, it's brightening your teeth. I mean, you're going to look like Luke Bryan. Those teeth are going to be so white and beautiful. I love Luke Bryan. So, oil pull. So you're going to put this in the mouth and you're going to swish it. The longer, the better. I mean, it makes more sense. Up to 20 minutes. I'm going to be honest with you. I probably average 10 to 12. And do not spit it in your sink. Spit it in your trash can or outside. What I do, this is what I'm saying. I do all this first, and then I do this, and I walk out and I spit it on the ground, or I'm spitting it somewhere because I'm outside working in the mornings. So that's the goal of it. I'm not going to do this right now. So you're going to put it in, and you're just going to swish it. Start small, build small. What is it? Aim small, miss small, right? Okay, so that's the goal there. Now, just to sprinkle in a couple of things to tell you things these are tried and true things with me, okay? Like I said, I take no medications for migraines. For my blood pressure is extremely low. I know that's hard to believe. I have extremely low blood pressure, really low. And I have low cholesterol. The main thing is keeping my immune system in check and keeping my nerves in check, which those are related. So some other things that I do, which I've been doing just to mention, is certain essential oils. Now, I go through 3 different brands. I'm not biased on one over the other, okay? I've got Young Living, I've got doTERRA, who's your mama, who's your daddy. And I also do plant therapy, huge into plant therapy. I think they've got some great stuff. So my favorite one, however, that I stick with forever and ever, amen, whether regardless of brand, is always lavender. And I've used the lavender from all three of these companies, and I do love them very, very much. I have the doTERRA right now, and I have to tell you that Young Living is my favorite. The doTERRA people just got upset. Don't get upset. I love it though. I mean, it's great. It's great stuff. But I have to say, in terms of potency and quality, that because it's my favorite essential oil, I'm very biased with Young Living. But I love plant therapy too. So, you know, you got to go with what you can afford and what's easy and whatever at the time. I also am taking turmeric. So turmeric is fabulous. Look into that. That is for me and for inflammation in the knees right now and things like that. So I take that. I'm big into herbal teas, lavender tea and peppermint tea. This is from Reclaiming Your Roots. Making sure I have it opened the right way. She came to the Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference. She's coming again in May of 2017. You've got to take her class. She's doing classes on fermentation and digestive health. Big time. She's big into apple cider vinegar. Her herbs are fantastic. And I'm making sure that I'm also eating a lot of halos, or your clementines. I love these. I can eat 12 a day, but if I can eat 2 or 3, I think that's helping. But the main things, I'm telling you, in the morning, saline, apple cider vinegar, which I give them. I buy this. I know a lot of you out there say, why don't you make your own? Why don't you make your own? I have made my own, and I do make my own if I'm using organic apples. If I am buying a bushel of apples locally, there's no organic around here in this area. You'll get a tray. But with as much apple butter and applesauce and things like that I make every year, I don't make apple cider vinegar at all if it's not organic. So this is one thing that because I use so much of this, that I want to make sure that I'm getting what I need, and so that's why I opt to buy it. Personal preference. Do your thing. In terms of the coconut oil, Starry has sent me like 1.6 million gallons, so I'm good for a while. But I do love Trader Joe's as well. So I love my Trader Joe's. They've got some great stuff. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna shut it up and move on and get outside and get the kids doing some school. We've got Latin to do. Carpe diem, right? Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you out. Try those 3 things. Do them. Don't just do them once or twice. It's like a diet. If you do it once or twice, if you go run the treadmill on Monday, Tuesday, and then eat Pizza Hut the rest of the week, and whatever, and then Monday, Tuesday, I mean, something is better than nothing. I get it. But at the same time, if you want to see a consistent change in your immune system and in your body and all that, try those 3 things. They take no time at all. Make it simple, crazy, stupid. We can pull through it together. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon, and we'll see you out on the farm.